Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about how to write a how-to. So today, before you start, you're going to need a couple things. You will need a pencil that you can write with, and you're going to need 3 pieces of paper. If you have a notebook, that would work just as well, as long as there's 3 papers that you can use in that notebook. If you need to go get those things, pause the video right now. If you have those things already, then let's keep going. So how-to writing is all around us, and you might not even realize it, but you would see how-to writing in things like a recipe. If you play any games, there's how-to writing in there. All the directions are how-tos. If you like YouTube videos, there's a lot of how-to videos out there right now. For example, there was one that I found called DIY Fluffy Slime, and it's a video telling you how to do or how to make fluffy slime. Another big one that you might see is Google. I use Google all the time to look up how-tos. I might say how to, and then something that I need to look up, and Google will show me all these different websites of people that have written how-to tutorials. So how-to is all around us. To begin, you're going to need to take out your pencil and your first sheet of paper. And I want you to brainstorm and make a list of the things you know how to make, things you know how to create, or things that you do well. I want you to think of 5 ideas, and here are some examples that I thought of. You might know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You might know how to draw something special or cool. You might know how to make hot chocolate. You might know how to build a really cool fort. You might know how to do a certain dance. You might know how to bake a cake. You might know the best way to kick a soccer ball or hit a hockey puck or throw a football. Or you might know how to do a chore like making a bed or unloading the dishwasher. These are just some examples. I want you to come up with at least 5 ideas that you know how to make, create, or do. And I'm going to give you some time, so if you need more time, push pause right now. After you've brainstormed your ideas, so right now you should have 5 ideas on your paper, what you're going to do is you're going to choose your favorite option from your list. So you can see I took my 5 things: baking a cake, building a fort, making my bed, drawing, making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I chose my favorite. I decided I want to look at making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So right now I want you to circle your favorite choice on your list. So on your first page you should have those 5 things. Circle your favorite option. Then on your second paper, so on paper number 2, you're going to write out the steps that you would need to teach someone this skill. See if you can teach your skill in about 5 steps. So I'll show you my example. So I chose and circled making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And here's what my example looks like. So I have about 5 steps. And I said, number 1, get your supplies. Step 2, lay out your bread. Step 3, put peanut butter on 1 slice of bread. Step 4, put jelly on the other slice of bread. Step 5, join the slices together and enjoy. So this is my example. And right now you're going to make an example, choosing the option that you circled. I want you to list out those 5 steps. And I'm going to give you a little bit of time, so if you need more time to write those 5 steps, push pause now. Okay, so you chose your option of what you're going to write your how-to about. You wrote 5 steps before moving on. But now I want you to look at the directions that you brainstormed. Make a list of all of the supplies that you would need to follow your own directions. Try to be as specific as possible with your items and amounts. So for example, for my peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I would need a plate to to put the sandwich on. I would need a knife to spread out all of my peanut butter and jelly. I would need peanut butter and jelly, and I would need 2 slices of bread. So I went back and I thought, if I was making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, what would I need? And then you're listing out every single thing that you need right now. So on the bottom of your second page, right now, you're listing out all of the items that you need. I'm going to give you some more time if you need it. Push pause if you need more time. Otherwise, let's keep going. So now on your first paper, you listed out your ideas. On your second paper, you made your rough draft of the steps and you wrote down all of the supplies that you would need. Now what you're going to do is if your directions did not include your supplies, add them as your first step. If your directions did include them, make sure to update them so that they have all of the supplies. So let me show you an example. This is what I had as my step 1. I put, get all of your supplies. But here's what I changed it to be a better writer, you're always going back and making improvements. So from get all of your supplies, now it says, collect your supplies. You will need a plate, a knife, peanut butter, jelly, and 2 slices of bread. And I should have added a period right there because it's a complete sentence. But here's what I want you to notice. I said very clearly what people will need to collect before they begin. So I said all of my supplies that I just made my list of so that people don't have to rush and get them halfway through. And I said 2 slices of bread instead of bread, so I'm being even more specific with my supplies. I also used complete sentence with punctuation, and you should too. So step 5 is you're going to update all of your steps so that they're super clear, they're specific, and they're in complete sentences. And I put some reminders. Each step that you have might be more than 1 sentence, and that's okay. It means you're being descriptive and detailed. You also might have to restart to do your best work, and that's okay too. It means that you're learning how to become a stronger writer. Go back from my original steps 5, so let me go backwards here. And what I'm going to do is, I already changed this one on my final draft. I changed get all your supplies to collect all of your supplies. You will need a plate, a knife, peanut butter, jelly, and 2 slices of bread. I was super specific. Now I'm going to do the same thing for step 2, step 3, step 4, and step 5. I'm going to make them clear. I'm going to make them specific. I might need to add more detail. I might have more than 1 sentence. I should definitely have capitals and periods in my sentences. And here's your homework for tonight. So by tomorrow, by Friday, the 10th of April, you should have your final how-to steps that we worked on today. And you should have them written up on your new piece of paper. So paper number 3 is for you to do your final how-to steps. And my reminders are make sure that they're detailed, they're clear, and they're written in complete sentences. I also want you to be able to double check your work by reading it out loud to make sure you didn't make any silly mistakes. If you're reading these steps to an adult or even to yourself in the mirror or something, you can tell when you made a mistake or if you missed something big. So for tomorrow, you need to have your final steps written on that fresh new piece of paper. And this slideshow will be available to you if you would like to look back at the directions, or you can rewatch this video again if you want to make some changes, or if you really want to do your best work. So just a reminder, tomorrow, on that 3rd piece of paper, you have your final written up steps that are detailed, your steps are clear, and your steps are written in complete sentences. I'll see you guys tomorrow to finish out our lesson. Bye.